Hi guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm still working on my kind of garden, floral, nature themed binder journal. And I decided I needed to make some pockets because I have lots of things to put in pockets, but not enough pockets. So I decided to use some pages from a different garden binder. And they look like this originally. And they're, they're really pretty. They're just a bit shiny and modern and, realistic looking because they are. I mean, they're photographs. So I had seen this. I know probably multiple people have done this, but I saw it originally on Natasha's channel, Treasure Books. That's what it's called, right? I just had a mental block. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, I'll link that video in the description box below so you can check out her original video. But basically, I am just covering the photographs with tea bags that I have kept because I'm crazy and I keep everything. Well, I don't keep all the tea bags because if I kept all the tea bags that I use, it would probably fill my entire craft room. But I just keep some in this container, and then when it gets low, I start keeping more. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. So I thought I would turn the camera on and just show you how I do it. And then after we, make one, get this far with it, or we'll do this one, I thought maybe we could decorate it a little bit if we decide that it needs that. So, yeah, let me put that one aside. Basically, what I need to do, let me find one. I think we'll do this one on camera. I need 5 of them, but we'll just do one together. So this is, I don't need this whole page. So that's what I needed to do. I need to measure this. So this ended up being about 4 and, let me pull it down here so I can actually see what I'm doing. About 4 3/4. Yeah, about 4 3/4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 3/4 by 5 1/8, something like that. All right. So let's pull the beast up here. Takes up my whole desk. Plus, so we'll just trim this. So I hope everybody's having a good day. It's really, really cold here. I'm trying to stay warm. It's not working very well, but my body doesn't know how to regulate temperature. So once it gets cold outside, I'm kind of like a snake. I get cold and I stay cold. And then in the summer when it gets hot, I get hot and I stay hot. So it's, yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird. No, that's not going to work. Hold on. How much did oh, okay. I did cut off a lot. All right, let me cut the top off here. And then, what did I say, about 5 1/8? That's about right. Sounds good. I'll take off that bottom. Okay, enough of that. Let's get that out of the way. All right, and then I just rounded the corners because I like how that looks. But you obviously do not have to do that. There we go. All right, so there's our picture. And then I just make sure that the tea is all off of the bag. I mean, not that it really matters, but if there's, like leftover pieces, I just kind of try and get that off of there. Make sure it's going to fit. Yep, that'll be fine. And then I just have a scrap paper here to glue on. I use the printer alignment pages as scrap paper because, you know, why throw it away? All right, and I'm just using a purple school glue stick to do this because I'm gonna sew around it. If you're not sewing around it, maybe Mod Podge would be better. Just it'd be a little more permanent, but I didn't want to get that out just for, you know, just for this, because I was going to sew around them anyway. But Mod Podge or watered down Elmer's glue would also work. This is such an easy way to, you know, like vintage up, you know, glossy photographs or magazine pages or things like that. All right, I'm gonna take it off of here because I don't want to accidentally. All right, there we go. And then you just lay this down. And then I don't even care if it's like, you know, wrinkly. I kind of like that look. And then I just spread it out across there. I'm gonna be kind of gentle because it's, you know, the tea bag will tear if you're not careful, but I just make sure I get it, you know, on the edges fairly well. But, you know, like I said, I'm gonna sew around it, so I'm not too concerned. Of course, I got glue on my mat anyway. There we go. All right. So messy. There, get most of that off of there. All right, then once you have it like this, you can tear the excess off, but sometimes, you know, I'm impatient and I don't like to wait for the glue to dry before I do that. And then I end up pulling it up off the corners and stuff. So, which isn't, I mean, I tore this one and I don't know if you can see, there are some places where I did, you know, tear off the edge, but I'm going to ink it up with archival ink, which will stick to the glossy parts too. So I'm not too worried about it. But you probably don't want to sit here and watch me tear. But I'll show you a little bit. So you just want to make sure that you're tearing away. Don't tear up. Don't tear this way. Tear down, which is a very, very awkward, for me anyway, awkward way to tear. I end up doing it left-handed, but it comes off pretty well. I say that, and then, you know, we could have a disaster, but as you see, there's a little spot where it pulled off. What I usually do is I start tearing and then I decide that this is taking too long because I'm impatient, and I just take my scissors and trim it. So we'll just do that, which is just as good. All right, so then what I do after I've trimmed it, I take it to the sewing machine and sew around it. And like I said, if you're not sewing, that's fine too. You don't have to. Actually, before I sew it, I ink it. So we'll do that real quick. It's much faster to cut it, as you can see. And I just want to make sure that everything is adhered on there. And like I said, I'm using archival that way, because the distress inks don't, you know, they're not permanent, so they don't stick as well to, well, they don't stick at all usually, to glossy you know, surfaces. So this way, if I have any of the actual picture that isn't covered with the tea bag, the ink will stick to that too. And then it'll be perfect. Just like that. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna pause this and I'll go sew around it, and then maybe we'll decorate it a little bit. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so I just did a, you know, basic zigzag stitch all the way around that. And I just wanna come back here. This one little spot, it just wasn't dark enough for me. And there's some little bits down here. All right, now we can decorate it, maybe? I'm not sure. I didn't really have a plan past, you know, this part, but maybe we can just add, let me get some cheesecloth maybe, and whoops, it's sticking to my hands. I've used a ton of these little minis that come in Susan's Grow Garden Grow kit, but I still have so many of them left. It's amazing. I can't believe that I still have as many left as I do, because I feel like I just have used so many of them. You know what? I've been using the avocado dyed cheesecloth throughout this project, so I'm gonna continue just, you know, so it's the same. It doesn't matter though, really, but it's just what I was using before. All right, so let's cut some of this off. Go, and then we can find an image that we like. Oh, this one's really pretty. Just like that. And my glue here. There, I think that'll be really pretty. Trim some of this off here. All right, there we go. Simple as that. And now I'll show you how I'm going to put it in the journal. So let's find a page here. Well, let's pretend we're going to put it here. I'm not sure exactly where yet, but I'm going to put it like right, well, I don't know, maybe here. And then what I'll do, I have 5 of these tags made up, and I'm just going to make it like that kind of a pocket so that it hangs out the edge. And I'll probably actually, let me find a page that's better for this. Well, okay, let's just pretend, or we can do it this way too. Yeah, so like here, and I'll put it close to the edge. That way, I'm not in frame at all. Hello, good morning. Okay, so it'll be like this, and then this tag can slide in here, and you'll get the floofiness. And I'll probably stagger them. So I'll do one in the middle, I'll do one, you know, and that way you'll have all the floofy bits hanging out the side, because that is my favorite. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to come on and show you that real quick, how I do that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And I hope you have time today to do something crafty if that's your thing. I thank you for spending a few minutes of your day with me, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.